Welcome my freckled friends, this is Jamie, and I know long time no see, I apologize. But in today's video, I am going to be checking out Stray Kids, MV, Mountains, MV, Jam, MV. Before we get to that though, just a little bit, I just started a new job, which is why it's been like almost 2 weeks without any new video. And I'm working like normal hours. My last job, I worked 12 to 5, then 12 to 6, and then 10 to 6. So I always had like a couple of hours in the morning that I could film. And now I don't have that because I work normal hours. Now I work 7:30 to 3:30. So, and also I think I've said before that I have this thing about filming while other people are in the house. I just feel really self-conscious. You can see it when I'm editing those videos that I do film while there's other people in the house. I can tell I'm not as lively, I'm not as I'm not as oh yay, I'm a little more reserved in those videos, and it just feels awkward. And so I tend not to do that. I tend not to film when other people are in the house. Waiting until after I get home now, after 4 o'clock, there are people in the house at that time. So, I've been a little and also I'm working with kids again, and kids just kind of suck the energy out of you. I'm not gonna lie. I now work with toddlers. I used to work with primary, which was ages 3 to 6. I now work with toddlers, which is, I think our youngest is 17 months, and I think our oldest right now, it can go up to 3 years. Toddlers can. I think our oldest right now is 2 years and 2 months. So we've got quite a young group, and they're even more tiring, I gotta say. So I also have just not had the energy to film and edit and all of that, but I'm going to make a concerted effort to actually film and post. So here we go. Also, before we start, I did already do my reaction to Stray Kids and Mountains like a week and a half ago. Maybe like 3 days after they came out, I did a reaction to it. And that is the reaction I'm going to show. But as I was saying, with all the things that were happening and starting a new job, I got back from vacation 2 days before I started my new job. I hadn't had time to edit it. So that's why it has not already been posted. And I will be going back to, so the footage of that, I will look different because that was filmed like a week and a half ago. I know, I realize and I will say that unless it's like this big comeback, which I didn't realize that Jam was like a comeback. I didn't realize that it would be, first of all, I didn't think there was going to be a music video for Jam. I thought that Stray Kids and Mountains and Chick Chick Boom were it for this album. But I definitely didn't think that it was going to be a music video in which there were like teasers for, they did a comeback show, they did like a comeback stage for, and all that. Like, I didn't know there was a dance practice for, I didn't know it was going to be all that. I feel like this is like a whole other comeback. But yes, I didn't realize that. So I thought Stray Kids and Mountains was like it for the 8 album, but here we go. We got Jam. So I'm first going to take you back to a week and a half ago, maybe even longer. I don't know. Time, I feel like once you get over a certain age, like time, you're like, what is that? I really have no idea when I filmed that or how long ago it was. But I'm about to take you back to that Jamie. So here we go. In today's video, we are going to check out, I'm assuming, the remaining 2 music videos from Stray Kids' 8 album, assuming that these are the last of the music videos that are going to be released for this album. So one of them I was expecting, the other not so much. I know we got an unveiled track for both of these songs, but for some reason I just was feeling like we were not going to get a music video for the song Stray Kids. I was hoping for one, but I thought that maybe the unveiled track was just all that we were going to get for that. But yeah, we were going to do Mountains, the MV as well as the Stray Kids MV. I have already listened in full to these songs. I was trying to wait until the music videos came out to do my album review. My album review came out last weekend over on Patreon, so I went ahead and listened to the songs. So I am familiar with the songs. I have heard the songs in full before, so we're basically just doing a first time reaction to the videos, not the actual song. But I will say I have only listened to both of those songs once when I was doing the album review, so it is still somewhat new. But anyways, let's do it. Mountains.
기세등등 꺾이지 않는 내 pride now. I rule this place so bad I cannot hold my hands off. 너 빠지는 내 걸음은.
This is very like give me your TMI, just this particular scene with Lino and Seungmin. It's like, what was that scene with Lino and somebody else? Like at a table, and Lino was like eating a steak or something and looked like a mob boss. That's what this reminded me of.
I rule this place so bad I cannot hold my hands off. 너 빠지는 내 걸음은 storm. 자세는 낮고 힘차게 I'ma go up. Mountains, I walk up on the mountains. Ain't nobody stopping me, I'm walking like a titan. Mountains, I step up on the mountains. I dominate the crowd, the echoing surrounds. Just feel the air, vibrating all so loud. Mountains, I step up on the mountains. 끝을 퉁쳐보던 자리에 앉아 비끔 그곳으로 쓰는 버킷리스트 no matter 다시금 의지부터 투지구세 내 바람이 이끄는 대로 follow 저 깃발을 차고 눈 하나 깜빡하는 그 better road 내 바람 그곳으로 쓰는 버킷리스트 no matter 다시금 의지부터 투지구세 내 바람이 이끄는 대로 follow 저 깃발을 차고 눈 하나 깜빡하는 그 better road replace these games on 우리가 고도리에 꿈꿔 lost pantheon 저 산꼭대기 위로 하늘 뚫을 기세로 그동안의 영웅과는
I like missed. I was paying attention to Chan. I completely missed when it transitioned from Changbin to Han, and I was like, wait.
기세등등 꺾이지 않는 내 pride now. I rule this place so bad I cannot hold my hands off. 빠지는 날 걸음은 썸썸. 자세는 낮고 힘차게 I'ma go up. Mountains, I walk up on the mountains. Ain't nobody stopping me, I'm walking like a titan. Mountains, I step up on the mountains. I dominate the crowd, the echoing surrounds. Just feel the air, vibrating all surround. Mountains, I step up on the mountains.
I really wanted that last AO. I was just about to say that I find the AOs incredibly, oh my gosh, what's the word? Satisfying. That word was in my head until I started talking. That happens way too often. But yeah, I was just about to say that those AOs were really satisfying. and I loved them, and then they didn't do the last one, and they just left it up in the air. I was a little concerned, I remember when the Unveiled track came out, that it sounded like a little corny, because it was just the mountains, mountains, I wake up on the mountains, and I was just kind of like, I thought that was like slightly corny in the Unveiled track, but I do very much like it in the song as a whole. And I don't think I said that when I was doing my album review, because I don't think I remembered it until I watched this, that I thought that. Yeah, so I was a little concerned about it in the Unveiled track, and I don't even think I brought up those concerns during the Unveiled track, because I tend to hold off on certain thoughts until I have like the bigger picture. I have found that it's a lovely way to live. But yeah, and so in this case, it's like it was good that I like held off a little bit, because I do feel like in the grand scheme of things and like the full song as a whole, I don't get that at all. That like initial like that I got, and I don't know why I felt that way. I think it was just like mountains, mountains, I woke up in the mountains, and I don't know what it was that made me like. But yeah, I love the song. It's a very, to me it's a very much like a hype song. I would be interested to see if they do have choreography for this song, because in some ways I can see it, but in other ways I can't like imagine what the choreography would look like, because it's not like I kind of see this being like Top Line, if they perform it, kind of a song that they don't actually have choreography to, but it's more just a kind of like get the crowd hype type song that they just like walk around, maybe go into the audience to sing it, just like jump around on the stage kind of thing. That's kind of what I imagine for Mountains. So if we end up getting choreography from it, great. I would be very interested to see what that choreography would look like, because I can't really imagine it. But if not, I get that. I feel like there was one other thing I was gonna say. I can't remember it now. I loved Hyunjin in this. I was quite impressed. I feel like he got to shine quite a bit, like as an individual. I've said before that Hyunjin to me is a little bit of a chameleon when it comes to his voice and his vocals, and he typically will just sound like whoever he's coming after. And while I do think that that's amazing, like if you're part of a group and it does make things flow a little bit better, I've always given him credit for that. And I love when he does that. I do feel like in this song, he very much had like his own sound that I was quite impressed with. I love when he does his fast rap. I was saying, I think when I first reacted to District 9, and you know, he has that like really fast rap at the beginning. And District 9 was their debut song, you know, and I think I commented on the fact that they had Lino rapping, and that was what he was constantly criticized on by JYP before they debuted, was his rapping abilities. And yet on their debut song they had Lino rap, and then Hyunjin was constantly criticized on his diction and his pronunciation, and they gave him this like really fast rap in their debut song, and I loved that. I feel like that kind of set the precedent for how they kind of were like, who cares? I don't care what you think kind of mentality that they have. So I know that that's very much, he's very much capable of doing that, and we've seen him do it several times. I mean, my favorite song, Scars, he does it. I love his rap part in that song. So I love when he does the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I love it so much. It's very pleasing to the ears. So yeah, I think Hyunjin to me stuck out the most in this song. I loved Chan's outfit though. I think his was probably my favorite, and Seungmin. I actually really liked Seungmin's outfit as well. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next song. I don't know the type of I mean, during the song I felt very celebratory, and I didn't feel the desire to cry, but I almost kind of feel like watching this video I don't know though, because again, I didn't realize it's been almost 2 years since I started reacting to Stray Kids, and I had no idea, which means that it's been 4 years since I started listening to BTS and started getting into K-pop, and that doesn't seem real. I'm like, where has the time gone? So I know I've only been with this group for like 2 years, although that is longer than I've had in my mind. In my mind, it had only been like maybe a year, but then I was like, it's been 2 years since I went to their concert. No, it's been a year. It's been like a year and a half since I went to their concert, which I could have gone to the ATEEZ concert because they had a show in Duluth, which is like I live like maybe 20 minutes away from the venue that they were at. I live like maybe 20 minutes away from the venue. Stray Kids played in downtown Atlanta, which was a little bit further away from me. It was like a 40-minute drive or so. ATEEZ was playing like a maybe 15 to 20-minute drive from me. But it just so happened to be while I was on vacation. While I was out of town on vacation last week. And so I wasn't able to get tickets to their show. But I'm like, if y'all come back, please come back to the same place. Because I don't mind going. I wouldn't mind going by myself to the arena in Duluth. It was very nerve-wracking to do that, going to the Stray Kids concert. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, so I could have had 2 K-pop concerts under my belt. But yeah, I can't believe 2 years have passed. I think it was like August of 2022 when I first reacted to one of their videos. So anyways, let's move on. Stray Kids. So I have been with this group for longer than I expected. We'll see. Sometimes I tear up for the most random things. So we'll see. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Wait. Sorry, I was trying to cast. Because do you know what I hate? I hate when I'm going to click something and then all of a sudden the window changes, like it spreads or it does something, and therefore what was once right there where I'm about to click is something else, so I end up clicking the wrong thing. And that's how this was. I was trying to click the full screen, but then like the screen adjusted and all of a sudden the cast button was right there. The cast icon was right there, so I ended up hitting the cast icon. I love this song. By the way, I did name this as my favorite song on the album during my album review. This song and Runners and Chick Chick Boom are my top 3 on this album. This song and Runners are my top 2. This one is my top 1.
We're gonna go away to places still unknown. We're gonna show the way. We made it on our own. We do what we want.
I'm sorry, his tone is so pretty. His tone is so pretty when he sings higher in his higher register. It's just it's not at all the way that his deeper voice sounds, because not only is he singing lower notes, but he just has a whole different style. He tends to be all like raspy and growly, very like imposing, you know, when he does his lower notes. And then when he does his higher notes, he's just very like ethereal and angelic and very pure. Like there's no rasp, there's no grit, there's like nothing, no vocal fry, like nothing whenever he does sing higher. And I love that. I love the difference.
To places still unknown, we're gonna show the way. We made it on our own. We do what we wanna do. The message through our music, it ain't even done. It's true. Yeah, rhythm never stops. 어린 나의 보라고 외쳐져 나왔던 갈등. 눈이 감길 때쯤 무너져 내렸던 노력들. Every part of me and 내야만 했던 날들의 힘듦 속에서 벗어나의 쟁 자랑스러운 그 이름. Cause Stray Kids still gonna rock on the elevator. Yeah, we head to the top. Stray Kids run to a dot, do whatever we want. Yeah, we don't give a what. Know that this is who we are. There ain't no less than but oh, we'll never stop. Stray Kids still gonna rock on the elevator. Yeah, we head to the top, go on and on.
There's something about when his voice comes in, especially when they're doing very short phrases, like per member, when they're splitting like a verse 6 ways and doing only like a few, and basically doing only like a few words each. When it gets to Seungmin's voice, there's just this like, huh. Not to discredit anybody or say that, you know, the others don't have that sort of feeling, but there's just something about when you're, I know they don't have these titles. I understand that. Whenever I say something like this, everyone's always like, well, there's no titles, there's no lead dancer, there's no lead singer. There is. It may not be official, but there is. And I feel like what you start out with is still what kind of continues on when you are doing line distributions, when you're deciding who's going to sing, who's going to rap. There is still that in the back of your mind, and your fans still have that in the back of their minds. So even though everyone does everything and everyone's great at everything, there is still this like, we know that Seungmin is the lead singer in this group, right? He's the lead vocalist in this group. So even though IN also is a really wonderful singer and he sings, even though Han also sings, even though Chan also sings, even though in this song we've had everybody sing, we pretty much know that Seungmin is like the lead vocalist in this group. So I feel like when he does come in, it just is like, who? You know, like who?
솔직히 더 많은 걸 바라고 달라진 욕심 끝에 남은 건 my team 그 무엇과도 바꿀 수 없는 가치 another me 어두운 터널을 걸으며 그려진 우리의 청사진 청춘을 팔았다고 생각하며 살 수 없는 꿈을 산 거지 We stay straight, we always stay on the lonely street 걸어온 이 길을 we don't leave 영혼은 없대도 I believe the time is spent with we remember forever ever Oh I won't let me fall down So proud of myself never doubt who we are 언제까지나 믿어 날 Stray kids still gonna rock on the elevator Yeah, we head to the top Stray kids run till we're done Do whatever we want Yeah, we don't give a what Know that this is who we are There ain't no less step up Oh, we never stop Stray kids still gonna rock on the elevator Yeah, we head to the top Go on and on
That almost got me. Them like switching back and forth from Elevator to this video and like young ones to older ones and I don't know. That got me. Little Felix I think got me. And Ian. Love it. I was told to watch this latest vlog first day week. That we were told some things. I think I know. And then I have seen some of the shenanigans at Lollapalooza. Somebody needs to get a hold of Felix is all I'm going to say. That was wonderful. I loved the video. That was really special to see them kind of in the same place that they filmed the Moreau music video. That was wonderful. But anyways, I definitely love Stray Kids. That like I said, that is my favorite song on the album. There was one song that I felt that we might get choreography to, similar to like Hall of Fame and Item that didn't have music videos, but that we ended up getting performances and choreography for. There was a song that was on the 8 album that I felt that way about. Was it I Like It? It may have been I Like It. that I could like see choreography in my head as I was listening to it. And also because they had a couple of like musical interludes in that song, and so I was like, oh, this would be a nice little, kind of like The View. That's like, this would be a nice little dance break for somebody. So it may have been I Like It. So let me know what y'all thought about these songs. What's your favorite song on the album? Again, if you're interested in checking out my full album review, that is over on Patreon. There is always a link down below to my Patreon. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. All right, and for our final song, we're going to do Jam. I do still wonder why it has two J's. Do they say jam? Do they say it like that in the song? I don't quite remember, because I did, if you're interested, over on Patreon, I was like really on top of things before I went on vacation, and I like pre-filmed stuff, so I already have the album review, and that's been up over on Patreon for a couple of weeks now. I think I put it up like the weekend after it came out, my album review, so I have already listened to this song as well. I think I said that a couple weeks ago when I was filming Stray Kids and Mountains. I think I said almost that exact story. So if I already said that and included it in this video, you get to hear it twice. So yeah, I have already reacted to this song, but I don't think I've listened to this because, spoiler alert, it wasn't one of my favorites on the album. So I don't think I've listened to it since the first time, and I think I only listened to it once. So I don't fully remember what it sounds like, and I don't fully remember if there is a reasoning for the double J's in the song. Like if they stutter jam. Y'all are probably like, just get to it. I've been filming and talking for 7 minutes now. Let's do it. Should we watch the teasers? No, I'll just watch the MV. But anyways, I will have, should we go ahead and do the dance practice as well? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do the dance practice as well. It is also out, so, and I have it on my playlist, so we'll go ahead and do the dance practice as well. There is also an MV making film. I don't know if I'm gonna end up doing that. I know I usually do, so I probably should, but probably not today. Anyway, let's go. Jam. Vamos, I know that you want it, boom. I said jam and immediately boom, like came in my head. I'm like, that's not at all what I said. All right, whoops. I started a virtual camera. I don't even know what that is.
Now it's time to make a move, get lit so loud. We know we never lose, get trophies now. 숨겨둔 흥을 터트려 시선들은 멈춰게. Peanut butter jelly time, we stick together day and night. Feel our choice every time, just get it out. Stick up 발라버려 them. Sticky, sticky, sticky them. We got the jam. Look at the jam, come on and do it, jam, jam. Stick it up now, put your hands up. It's a playground, put your hands up. Jammy, catch up. Look at the jam, come on and do it, jam, jam. 꽉 눌러봐자 불필요 버려 고민들 털고 움직여. 꽉 막힌 road, just take it slow. 여긴 언제나 open hour. 붉은 headlights 속에서 you can sing this song. No one can escape this feeling. 빠질 수 없어. Dance. I gotta move. Look at my move. Jam. Say whoa. Say whoa. I know, you know, lean over. Say hi, get drum and bass. 한참 candy, peanut butter jelly. 이런 소나시나게 라인을 다 불러와 저를 보고 흥미를 택게. 어찌어든 필요 따윈 없지. 필요한 건 오로지 패기와 객기. 버려 퇴치, 넉제, 멋지, 이칭, 절치기, 알지. together day and night, yeah. Filling up jars, so every time, so just spread it out. 씻고 발라버려 jam. Sticky, sticky, sticky jam. Yeah, jam, goddamn. I got no jam, you got no jam, we got the jam. Look at the jam, come on and dirty, dirty jam, jam. Everybody, everybody, jam. Stick it up now, put your hands up. It's a playground, put your catch up. Jammy, 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 catch up. Look at the jam, come on and dirty, dirty jam, jam.
Sorry, I realized what my face looked like. Okay, we're gonna watch it again, and I'm gonna actually talk about it and stuff that I'm noticing. First of all, just a couple of things. Uh-oh. Sorry. Okay, so, just a couple things that I noticed. First of all, this doesn't have much choreography in it, so I'm glad that there's a dance practice. Because really the only thing we are getting is the kind of that part. That's the only part we're actually kind of seeing. And it looks really cool. It kind of looks like a style that they don't tend to do very often. So I'm excited to get to the dance practice. Also, I'm like a little triggered by how, and I guess there is the warning. This video contains material attractive and sticky. Attractive I have no problem with, but I don't like sticky. I cannot stand stickiness. It's like making me, I know I made like every time there was like stickiness or like a mess, I was just kind of like, I can't do it. I don't mind getting dirty. Like I would much rather get like muddy, but it's sticky. I can't stand stickiness. Apparently when I was a toddler, like 3 or 4, my parents ended up having to give away a shirt because I would not wear it again after I got jelly or jam like in the sleeve of it once, and then I would not wear that shirt again. Even after it had been washed and everything, I would not wear that shirt again. I don't like stickiness. It's just la la la. So I was a little bothered by all the stickiness and the messiness. But I did like the whole like concept of this. It was like dark and creepy and a little vampire-y. Okay, let's play it again. Also, always love when Changbin starts it off. That was the thing I was gonna say, is that I definitely like this song better with visuals, which I tend to, if there's ever a song, that's honestly why I like to I like to listen to a song for the first time within the music video. Like, the music video is how I like to experience a song for the first time, because I am a very visual person. If I see the music video, I will forever have that in my head to go along with the song. So whether it's like certain movements that are made or certain things, just certain visuals, I will always associate it with the song. If I've never seen any visuals to go with the song, not to say that I won't like a song. Cover Me is my absolute favorite song, and obviously it's not my absolute favorite song, I'm being dramatic, but it's one of my absolute favorite songs, and there's obviously not a music video to go with that, although there kind of is if you count Skiz Flicks. But so it's not necessarily that I won't like it, it's just there's a better chance of me liking a song if there are visuals to go with it. That's another thing. So I opened it up to the people on Patreon, and I don't know that anybody recognized it. That flow, that cadence that he has, the da 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 da, does it remind anybody else of anything? Because I for a long time, and I edited most of it out, I spent a long time when I first heard this song trying to figure out what that reminded me of. if it was another one of Stray Kids songs, it may have even been something that Changbin has done before. But if it was another Stray Kids song, if it was another K-pop song, if it was just another Western song, like I was trying so hard to figure out where I have heard that before. And I think I ended up referencing Scar's, Hyunjin's part. But even then, I don't know that that's fully what I'm thinking of. Because I almost feel like what I'm thinking of is kind of upbeat as well. Because it's like, it's not only the cadence, it's the like going down the chromatic scale as well. It's like going, it's like the scale that he's using as well. It's like he's going down the chromatic scale. Like that the whole thing reminds me of something, and I can't figure it out. So I'll open it up to people on YouTube. If you know what it is. I'm usually pretty good at being able to pull out a reference and like being able to identify what something reminds me of musically, but I cannot for the life of me figure this out. So if anyone else knows. Like, get it in the jar some then. I don't understand. That's why you use a funnel. Peanut butter jelly fun. I love it. Very vampiric pun. I always love, and I feel like it's something that they tend to do, which makes sense because I would say, even though there's no like official titles, these are the main two dancers of the group. But I always love it when they have, in the first chorus, Hyunjin is in the front during the choreography. In the second chorus, Lino is in the front during the choreography, or vice versa. And yes, before anyone says anything, I know that Felix is also in Dance Racha, but you and I both know it tends to be Hyunjin or Lino who's in the front, in the middle, doing a dance break, what have you. Which is why I often forget how amazing of a dancer Felix is. And I feel like if there ever is a part in which he's doing like a solo, or if he's up front during a dance break, I'm always like, oh yeah, whoa, get it, Felix. So I do wish that he would have like a little bit more. And now I'm asking for everybody. There's always something to like ask for more of, you know, within groups, especially a group of 8. Wait, what is that? What is that in the back? Like, what is that? I don't even think I realized or questioned it the first time I watched it. I was just like, yeah, there's this big blob. Is there a story behind this video? One, two, punch. I don't like that sound either. Cool. That was cool. I really liked it. I actually think that was one of my favorite of the music videos of the 3. I liked that song a whole lot more with the music video. I'm kind of interested, and I might go back and watch my reaction to first hearing the song. Because yeah, that's not how I remember it. But it probably is because I didn't have any visuals to go with it. Okay, so let's go ahead. I kind of forgot that we were going to do the dance practice. So let's go ahead. Even though I've talked about it several times over the course of this video. Why are they always in some different place? Are they elsewhere? Not at JYP. I feel like there's a reason for Sungmin. Did he actually get hurt? Because I know that he's been doing this thing, and that he has in the past done the whole like left eye Lopez thing. But I feel like they don't usually do it during dance practice. So, did he actually like get hurt on his face? Just wondering. I was just looking at him. I wasn't paying any attention. That, as well as Hyunjin's fluffy hair, I was paying too much attention to. Sorry, I just feel like what just happened there is a good... I know I've talked several times about the difference in Hyunjin's dance style and Lee No's dance style. Hyunjin seems to be a bit more like tick 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 tick-tocky, whereas Lee No tends to be a little more free-flowing. And I feel like just this like simple move, like back and forth, shows the difference between the two kind of perfectly. It's like Hyunjin is adding like a third little like pop 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 pop, and Lee No's just doing a smooth do 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 do. I think that just perfectly demonstrates what I am trying to say. They're really loving the like black long shorts, black socks, and black shoes. The hip thrusts. I don't think I noticed that. This Chan had a sty. Everybody's falling apart. have some thoughts about this choreography, and I've realized what they are because I was thinking it throughout the whole thing. I really like the choreography. It's obviously like amazing choreography, done very well, but there's just something about it that's not like gripping me, you know, like a lot of their other songs have done. And I think what's happening is that this choreography, I almost think would be better if done with fewer people. I love choreography that's done with like a big group of people, but for some reason I think this choreography would look better with just a couple, which is why I think the choreography that was done with Dance Racha with just the three of them, to me it stood out a little bit more. But it's like when they were all doing it, it was, I think, okay, here's what it is. Okay. Thoughts are being turned into words, spoken words. What I think it is that a lot of these movements are very small. And so when it's done as a big group, I feel like it's not as impactful as what they usually do. They usually do like larger than life moves. And they typically do moves that are like a lot of like motions and movements and using limbs and, you know, big movements, which are great for a big group. And like you can see it from all the way back there, you know. But I feel like this is the kind of choreography that the closer up the better, because you may not be able to fully see all of these movements if you're a little bit further away. You know, does that make any sense? I don't know if that makes any sense. I really love the movements and I think it looks amazing, but I think it looked better when I was just focusing on like a few of them at a time. Whereas I typically like to focus on like the whole group, which is why I always get mad in awards shows when the camera work is so shoddy and like focuses on one person, and I'm like, no, back up. But yeah, this particular time, I think the choreography looks better when you're closer and when you're focusing on like just a couple people at a time. I hope that made sense. And I know some of you would probably disagree, and I get it. But personally, I found that I was enjoying the choreography more when I was just focusing on like one or two of them at a time. And I think I would enjoy more. Honestly, I think this would be great. I was just thinking about, I used to watch So You Think You Can Dance like every single year. From when I was like still in high school until I was like late 30s. Not late 30s, I haven't reached that yet. Until I was late 20s. I watched it like every year. I loved So You Think You Can Dance. And this is the kind of thing I could see this kind of choreography being like either a solo or like one of the duos on the show doing this choreography. Anyways, that was still wonderful. I still really liked it. I liked the chorus or the beat drop. Let me know what's going on with Chan and Seungmin. I mean, it's not that important. It'll probably pass. You know, one thing, I know that it's really common for K-pop idols to get styes, and what happens a lot of times to cause that is the makeup that they're wearing, that they're constantly taking it off, putting it back on, taking it off, putting it back on, etc., etc., and it kind of bothers their eye. Or they're wearing it for like a long period of time, and you know, all of that. I have never gotten a stye, and this channel used to be a makeup channel, and I was constantly like doing several videos, recording several videos on the same day. I was doing wear tests for makeup, and eye makeup included. I was trying out different mascaras, wearing it, you know, seeing if the 24-hour period like was true. Like I was wearing makeup a lot. I was testing out makeup for a long period of time. I was taking off makeup, putting it back on, taking it off, putting it back on, like several times in the same day. And I never got a stye. I like never got a stye. And I have super sensitive eyes as well. With my eyes start watering like that. They start burning, like they constantly do, but I've never had a stye. There's almost like a constant burn. It's just like a slight burn to my eyes pretty much all the time. But I have never had a stye. And so I'm like, how do y'all get styes all the time? How do y'all get styes all the time? Anyways, I don't want one. I'm not like, how come I've never gotten a stye? I don't want one, but I've just always wondered. Anyways, and that might not even be what's wrong with Chan. I just feel like that's usually why Whenever you see an idol looking like a pirate, it's typically because they've got a sty. That's going to be it for today's video. I probably talked a lot. It's been a while since I've talked to this camera. Yeah, let me know what y'all think of these 3 songs. Which one is your favorite? Which one was your favorite off of the album? Like I said before, I do have my full album review for 8 over on Patreon. The link to Patreon is always in my description of every video that I have. So if you're interested, head on over there. While I've got you here talking about Patreon, I'll do something that I never do and actually advertise my Patreon. That's probably why I have like less than 100 patrons. I think I have like less than 50 patrons, in all honesty. I never talk about it, so. Just took a course in marketing, and I'm not great at marketing, y'all. But I do have pretty much everything Stray Kids related. So if there's anything, if you're over here on YouTube and have been like, hey, she hasn't watched this, she hasn't watched that, she hasn't watched this, I've probably watched it over on Patreon. So all of the Skizco episodes are over there. I think I'm like 2 episodes behind right now. I'm on the second, I think I have up to the first pool episode, the latest pool episode over on Patreon. So I've got Skizcode, I've got the 9th, I've got Survival Show, I've got Kingdom, I've got Finding Skiz, I've got a lot of like 2 Kids Room and the likes. Pretty much all performances are over there. I've started performances for ATs, album reviews for ATs over there. I'm soon gonna start 1Ts, which is ATs' version of Skizcode. I'm gonna start that over there soon. So yeah, and there's a lot of stuff. There's like hundreds of videos over there. So if you are interested and wanna check that out, it's there. And it's only, I think it's $5 a month, and you get access to all of that. So there's a link to it in the description box down below. Head on over. You know what's funny is that I used to do that a lot. I used to be like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload a new video. I used to do all of that stuff, and then I started doing reaction videos, and I don't do that anymore. Just like, oh, if you're interested, I did do a video on la 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 la, and you can click the card up above if you want to go check that out. And I'm like, I don't do that anymore, and it seems so weird. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.